Hey, in order to paint our block, we must first make a material, so let's get started. So the first thing we'll do is go to the top of the screen and select shading. As you can see, we have our model on top and our material window below. Inside our material window, you can see that Blender has automatically created us a material. In order to be able to paint our model, we first need to add an image texture. So if we left click into the material window and hit Shift A, it will bring up the add menu. You can then type in image texture and hit enter. Or alternatively, you can go to the window above and select add, texture, image texture. But we only need one, so I'll just click out of this menu. Okay, now that we have our image texture, we need to plug it into our material. Click and hold this yellow dot and drag it out, connecting it to the base color of our material. Now come over to the image texture and select new. You'll be met with this little window here. So first we'll give our material a name like block texture and hit enter. Now we need to change the width and height. Thankfully we gathered reference in an early episode, so we know the exact resolution to place here, 32 by 32 pixels. And the rest of the default settings are fine, so let's hit OK. Now before we change any settings, I'll show you why we need to change them in the first place. So I'll head to the Texture Paint tab. Now, because our resolution is pretty small, the default brush is going to be huge. So we'll change that by going to this radius menu, located towards the top of the screen. Or alternatively, you can use the bracket keys to adjust your brush size. The left bracket key makes the brushes go smaller and the right bracket makes them go bigger. Now, if I paint on our block, you can see that on our model, the material appears to be very soft. That's not really what we want, so in order to fix this, let's go back to our shading tab, go to our image texture, and change the texture interpolation from linear to closest. Now if we switch back to our texture paint tab, you can see that our material is now pixelated. That's one issue fixed, 2 more to go. This next issue involves our brush. Right now, if we wanted to paint a single pixel, it would be impossible. I'll show you why. So let's bring our brush radius to 1. As you can see, we can't paint a singular pixel. I think the reason for this is that Blender's brushes are based on a radius and not a singular pixel. So without getting all technical, it appears that the radius is 4 times larger than a single pixel. So even at its smallest radius of 1, it's still trying to select 4 pixels. In order to fix that, we can drag out this window, go to the fall off menu located at the top of the screen, and select this preset here. However, that's still not enough. We need to select this little grey dot and drag it down here, right into the bottom middle, and drag this one to the top middle. If you don't get it exactly right, you can just type in the number here. Now that we've fixed our brush, it may not look any different at first, but it only really works combined with this next step. So, go to the Advanced tab, located on the top of the screen, uncheck anti-aliasing, and now we can finally paint singular pixels. And as you can see, it's applied our paint to all our faces of our model, which is what we wanted since we stacked our UVs in an earlier video. Now if we want to change the colour of our brush, go to this colour wheel located at the bottom right of the screen, and select any colour you want. You can also adjust the brightness with this gradient bar to the right of it. So before we move on to the next video, I'll show you how to save your texture. Go to the image menu located at the top left of the screen, select image, save, and save it in whatever location you want. Give it a name, hit enter, and select save as image. So that's it for this video. Join me in the next one where we will be painting our block.